everybody, welcome back to another Random Sam Epic Mom book review time. Okay, Ruby Dixon. Read her books in the past. This one is one I got a little while ago. Finally got a chance to read it. It is Bull Moon Rising. Like the cover art, all that. Alright. This is set in a fantasy world. There are people, humans, such. There are minotaurs, kind of snakeskin people, almost kind of a, not quite snake, not turtle, kind of a mixture of it. Whatever. Now, people don't have magic, but there are magical artifacts from a race of people who lived long ago, so people can use the artifacts, but they don't have magic themselves. And there are people who, families that are holders of artifacts, who are kind of, liege lords and such, and then commoners, and then there's the king, and weird system set up. And then there's guilds who go in and find the artifacts, like archaeologists and such. So, in this story, a young holder's daughter, and her name, Aspeth, again, if I say it wrong, sorry, is desperate. Her father has pretty much gambled away all their artifacts. He's left the family, desperate. She's found out that her fiancé is a scheming jerk, and he's really just using her to get a hold of her family's holdings, and then he'll probably do away with her. So, being at the end of her rope and studying the ancient people, she decides, forget this, I'm going to go become one of the guild members and hide who I am. Well, she goes to the city where the guild is, and she pretty much gets laughed at. They're like, yeah, we're not going to take you. We don't take women. No, bye-bye. There's only like one female member in the whole guild. And she's kind of turned into a laughingstock. But it's her hero, and so she's trying. And the guilds are kind of set up in groups of 5. And so it's a group of 4 chicks, her included, and one kind of this slither guy who they haven't accepted before. And everyone's like, oh, no, we're not going to let you in, we're not going to let you in. So she makes this deal with a minotaur. And she's like, listen, you won't let me be a student unless I have a chaperone. Well, guess what? You're coming up on Conquest Moon, which is your people's time of rutting. You need a wife. So, why don't we make a deal? We'll have a marriage of convenience. I'll marry you. You'll have a convenient wife. You'll be, a chaperone for me down below in the architectural, tunnels and such. And you'll also be my teacher for me and my group. So everybody's giving her kind of a hard time, like, oh, okay, you're sleeping your way into the guild. Well, a little bit. But she's also willing to do all the work. And she's, her maid went with her and is her best friend. And they're like, forget it. We're leaving being a noble woman. We're leaving being a maid. We're just going to start our new life. We're going to do this. And she's still trying, get new artifacts for her father's holdings. She's trying to do it not to protect her dad, but to protect all the servants, protect all the farmers that are dependent on, all the people that depend on her family's holding, she's trying to protect. And then him, he likes being part of the guild. He's one of those minotaurs who actually does a lot of rescue missions and such. And every guild member gets given a bird name. So she already has her bird name picked out. I'm like, yeah, no, you have to earn that. And his name, the name that he was given was Hawk. So for her, she and Hawk are going to fall in love with each other. They're just going to slowly get to know each other and get to know each other. But she has not told anybody who she truly is. The only person who knows who she truly is her maid. And so through this, she's going to have to keep proving herself. Everybody is going to every guild member they're going to come across, every fledgling that they're going to be up against, is going to be trying to sabotage them, are going to be trying to make it more difficult for them. Even their teacher, who ends up being Magpie, her hero, the one she looked up to, is going to be sabotaging her, is going to be, not helping them in any way learn and pass the test to become members. And she and her group are just going to keep pushing through. She's just going to keep trying to prove themselves. And it's going to make her appreciate how much of a struggle it is, appreciate the life that she's choosing for herself. And I just love it. I like that she's going to develop this romance with Hawk, that she's going to fall in love with him. He's going to fall in love with her. He is going to get really frustrated because she hasn't trusted him with who she truly is, because nobody would ever think of a Holder's daughter marrying a Minotaur. Just not done. But they're going to work that out. Her and her maid, best friends, they're going to make that work, and she's going to form those friendships with the rest of her troop. She's going to encourage them. She's going to show them, you guys can do it. She's going to bring them together. And I just love the adventures and them pulling together, because a lot of times we forget that whether you join the military or go to college or go out into the workforce, when you end up working with somebody, a lot of times there can be a lot of frictions and personalities. But when you're put into smaller groups, those groups can either be tear each other apart, or you bond together and really just become better people. Some of the best groups will help you become the best person you can be, and they will help you build on those strengths and shore up your weaknesses. And it's just amazing. I love reading stories like that, where you can see those people that just bring out the best in you, who will help you when you really do fall in the mud and help you pull yourself back up. And it was a wonderful story. I really have been enjoying Ruby Dixon's stories, because she does add a lot of struggles in it. Sometimes they seem overwhelming struggles, sometimes it's everyday struggles. But I love the fact that almost all of her books, even when they're individual struggles, I like that all of them have to have group efforts. She always shows that you cannot be an island. You have to have the people around you. You cannot survive alone. And it's just a wonderful story. I'd recommend any of her stories, but this one in particular, Bull Moon Rising, I loved reading it. I read it in a day. I probably wouldn't recommend doing that, because I just kind of binge read. But again, wonderful book. I would recommend this to pretty much anybody. If you guys have read it, please let me know what you think in the comments. But again, go out, read it. Wonderful, wonderful book, guys. And just let me know what you think. Any of her books, The Ice Planet, this one, any of them. And if you've read authors like her, please recommend it to me. Because again, authors who can get us into a book, just really make us enjoy the characters like that, are always worth rereading over and over again. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Remember, Bull Moon Rising, Ruby Dixon. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out our other videos already on YouTube. And give us a like and subscribe. And if you hit that bell for notifications, you'll know when we put something new out. So try to make every day matter by finding the fun. You guys have a great one. Bye.